prices, farm-baked gate prices are coming down. You are not even ashamed to reduce cocoa prices. The poor farmers, you don't care about them. You are not even ashamed. You can't create jobs. You are denying cocoa farmers their money. They've earned their money. You are not paying them. You are not even ashamed of it. Where is your 24-hour economy? Where is the one job, three shifts? This is your second year in office. What jobs has he created? What jobs have you created? There is an issue. Deal with it. You are talking about tomato factory. Don't throw dust into the eyes of people. You are a government of blame game, always interested in the optics, full of comments, less work, more talk. We want evidence of your hard work. You are promoting galamsey.
Parliament is on fire. Serious debate between the minority and the majority. Ne nyina ne se ye maamefo amu free Ghana ha ko Burkina Faso se mkwa kofa tomatoes abeton a omo hwere omo kra nkon. Adani serious debate ene e Parliament. Abusua hwe video no.
But just to answer some of the questions over there.
Your time is 5:55, so you stop.
Thank you.
Exactly as
the killings are avoidable. The killings are avoidable. But let me remind you something. Let me remind you of something. Your former flag bearer, who's now your new flag bearer, went on TV and said the best thing he has ever done in the north was the Palugu Dam. This Palugu Dam was supposed to help us irrigate some land. Look, what happened was we spent 12 million US dollars and we don't have anything to show. If this dam has been built, we would have been able to grow our tomatoes up north. Ghanaians wouldn't have to go to Burkina. You spend that. You know what we need to do? Let's find out who chopped that $12 million.
Honorable Atamis, you have done 1 minute.
Block over there.
Honorable Atamis, you have done 1 minute. So,
thank you.
Yes, minority leader.
Mr. Speaker, with respect. Mr. Speaker, if we use this platform to open, can I finish?
Yes.
Mr. Speaker, this is a statement that deals with matters specifically mentioned in the statement. Mr. Speaker, if the Honorable Atta Mills, enjoying that privilege as a member of the House, uses that privilege to attack our flag bearer. Mr. Speaker, I would want to invite the chair to order that aspect of the submissions that sought to quote the flag bearer of the MPP, and Mr. Speaker, and to attribute comment one unrelated to the subject matter in issue, and two, to impute improper motive. Mr. Speaker, time and again, even in admitting statements, you have had cause to caution and even to edit situations where His Excellency the President's name has come under reference in statement, and this side has respected that. Mr. Speaker, they are our leaders. Let us be fair, because as soon as that Pandora box is allowed to be opened, no, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, Honorable Atta Mills is a respected gentleman. We all know him to be so in this house. I call him uncle since he entered this chamber. And Mr. Speaker, considering his own stock, he belongs to a stock of gentlemen. He belongs to a stock of measured language. He knows. He knows. Mr. Speaker, Honorable Atta Mills knows that it is wrong for him to impugn improper motive on a matter that is not before the House against a person who is a leader of our party and is not part of this House. Mr. Speaker, I repeat one more time and without more. The Pandora box must be closed. If this humble advice is not taken and the Pandora box is to be opened, I leave it to those who have opened it.
Honorable Nitiwood, why are you up? Very well. Take the concern raised by the minority leader into account, and whatever you say
very much.
must be limited to
the
tomatoes trade that has taken them outside the country, resulting into the incidents.
Sir, thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. It is a sad situation, but what I'm saying is this, Mr. Speaker. If you're a driver and you have bad wheels on it, and then you get to the end and then you get into an accident, do you blame it on the potholes? We need to be careful the way that we run our politics here in town. We always want to blame somebody else without looking at what we should have done earlier on. The reason why I brought out this Palugu Dam is because it was to help us with our tomato industry. There are so many things that we should have done. Now we are talking about
Please, all honorable members, kindly resume your seats. Honorable members, kindly resume your seats. All honorable members, resume your seats. Honorable Atta Mills, kindly move away from that. Please move away from that. Yes, Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I just read a newspaper article
and a news publication in which market women in Techiman are demanding that we should irrigate their land so that they don't have to travel into Burkina Faso to buy tomatoes. It's there. Go online. Go online. I just read it. Mr. Speaker. Under the Kwalugu multi-purpose project, we were to irrigate 25,000 hectares of land. That is 61,000 acres of land. 1 acre yields 3 metric tons of tomatoes. 1 acre yields 3 metric tons of tomato. So if we had cultivated 61,000, we would have been producing 185,000 metric tons of tomatoes. Mr. Speaker, if the Kwalugu multi-purpose dam had been constructed, the women would not be going to Burkina Faso. This is a question of fact. He is talking about we not doing enough to protect our citizens. This is how you protect your citizens. Irrigate their lands. This is how to protect them. When you take $12 million to do irrigation for them, do the irrigation. You don't chop the money. You chop the money and drove the women into Burkina Faso to buy tomatoes. And they went and died there. And you want to come and do politics in this chamber. Mr. Speaker, it is legitimate for anyone on our side to discuss the multi-purpose dam at Kwalugu, because the whole idea behind the multi-purpose dam was also to irrigate so that we produce the tomatoes in Ghana. That is why we have the Kwalugu tomato factory there. So it is perfectly legitimate for us to raise the issue of the multi-purpose dam. Why you run away from that? You are eager to jump and talk about women being killed in Burkina Faso, but you don't want us to discuss what has led them into Burkina Faso. And you say that this government led the women into Burkina Faso. It is not this government. It is the tomato factory that you did not enable to be constructed. It is the multi-purpose dam. It is the $12 million you chopped.
Honorable members, with all due respect, if you can bear with me, you will realize that Majority Chief Whip was on his feet severally when Honorable Member Ntim Fojo was speaking. I refuse to recognize him when I can hear objectionable issues. So, honourable members, let's accommodate each other. Let us all be guided by the standing orders that you are entitled to comment on the statement, but the statement should not generate debate. What you are saying is true, but depending upon the way you put it, will generate into debate. Honourable members, I indicated that the statement has a diplomatic implications. So let us all be guided in the way we use our 5 minutes to comment on the statement. So again, I will urge upon the honorable member to move away from that. You would have 3 more minutes to conclude your comment. Yes.
Mr. Speaker, before Honorable Atamils gets opportunity to continue with his comment, the majority leader has made certain statements, which statements have gone into answer. Mr. Speaker, the allegation that somebody has chopped 12 million, I challenge him, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, the honorable member who is the majority leader is a lawyer, and he knows. I challenge him to come out with any evidence to suggest or point to a person who has abused any so-called man. Mr. Speaker, his party is in government. Where is their 24-hour economy? Where is the one job, 3 shifts? Mr. Speaker, this is their second year in office. What jobs has he created? What jobs have you created? There is an issue. Deal with it. You are talking about tomato factory. You've been in office for 1 year. This is your second year. So why are you, before this administration, you were in office for 8 years? So what are you talking about? Don't throw dust into the eyes of people. You are a government of blame game, always interested in the optics, full of comment, less work, more talk. We want evidence of your hard work. Show us the tangibles of your 1 year in office. You are promoting galamsey. Cocoa prices, farm gate prices are coming down. You are not even ashamed to reduce cocoa prices. The poor farmers, you don't care about them. You are not even ashamed. Then you come here, you want to put our flag bearer on a chopping board. Mr. Speaker, the majority leader, if he wants to debate, then he should prepare, because we have all the facts to challenge him. You can't create jobs. You are denying cocoa farmers their money. They've earned their money. You are not paying them. You are not even ashamed of it. Indeed, Pualugu goes against you. Yes, Pualugu indeed. Sing it, Pualugu. Pualugu, yes. Again, sing. Sing, yes. Pualugu. Pualugu, yes. Pualugu, keep singing. Sing Pualugu, because if you create jobs in Pualugu, it will help the poor in that part of the region. Keep on. If you think anybody has chopped any money, prosecute the person. If you think you have evidence, go to court. People have died under your watch. You are denying cocoa farmers their legitimate earning. So go and create jobs at Pualugu. It's good you are singing Pualugu. Create jobs in Pualugu. Pualugu, go ahead. Mr. Speaker, you will not get away with your incompetence and your inaction. You have a government. It's your duty to deliver on your promises. That is your duty as a government. Mr. Speaker, I rest my case.
Honourable members, I think if we can all stick to the rules, the better it is for everybody. The rules are made to guide us. Your comment on the statement should not generate into debate. We agreed on the number of people who will be speaking. If you go this way, probably we may have to spend the rest of the evening on one statement. So, Honorable Samuel Atamils, you have the floor. But please share away from that.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I will stay away from the D word. But what I'm saying is, as Ghanaians, We shouldn't be going outside to buy simple things like tomatoes. We need to grow our own tomatoes. And we need to find ways to make sure that we grow our own tomatoes. But I just wanted to sound a word of caution over here. Be careful how you blame the other side. Sometimes you have to look at yourself first and ask yourself, what could I have done? We need to be careful the way that we blame others. These are Ghanaians who went there. These were Ghanaians who went there. And maybe what we need to do is, if one district, one dam had worked, we could have had. Maybe we would have had more farmers up north. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
All members, I proceed to give the floor to Honorable Nitiwu.
Mr. Speaker, in the history of Ghana,
the time is 17 minutes after 6.
Mr. Speaker, in the history of Ghana, this is the most devastating terrorist attack where our citizens, at least 8 of them have lost their lives. Some reports say 9, but at least 8 have been confirmed. Mr. Speaker, I will not be tempted to downplay the severity of this situation. Mr. Speaker, I will not be tempted because we have grieving families. If they are watching what is happening in Parliament today, they will be very sad that their representatives can be singing and we are laughing when people have lost their lives. Maybe we don't see the effect of what has happened in Burkina. Mr. Speaker, we may not see it today, but I can tell you, for sitting there for 8 years, it is a very serious thing, and Ghanaians will have to take it up. Yes. Anybody from the north, including all of us from the north, will say, Mr. Speaker, that the greatest thing that will happen to the north, especially those in Upper East, Upper West, and Northeast, will be the construction of the Palugu Dam. Mr. Speaker, NDC has been given 17 years in power, NPP 16 years in power. Mr. Speaker, the cost of the Palugu Dam, the cost. So anybody after 16 years who now dreamt that we must have a Palugu Dam should be praised. You should praise Baumia for bringing up that concept. Mr. Speaker, the cost of that project was 993 million. A mobilization of 11.9 million was paid. If you think, Mr. Speaker, if you think that pay mobilization was a crime, convict the people. You are in government for 14 months. What are you doing? And you are still complaining as if you are in opposition. But Mr. Speaker, like I said, I want to talk about security matters. For the first time in our history, terrorism started in Burkina in 2018. The more reason why, and you can ask the Association of Tomato Sellers, the more reason why these people went there is because they had the illusion that Ghanaians will never be attacked. Yes. You can ask, go outside and ask the president of the Tomato Youth Association. They had the illusion that Ghana, for Ghana, they have not. In fact, their interpreter told them, for Ghana, they don't attack, go. It has always been so. Why is it that they attacked them? The vehicle was a Ghanaian vehicle, so they knew the registration number was Ghanaian. The language they spoke to them, they had to speak to them through an interpreter. They knew they were Ghanaian. Why were they attacked? That's what we should be asking ourselves. For 8 years, in fact, for 10 years, since 2018 till now, they never attacked Ghanaians. Why is it that for the first time they have attacked Ghanaians? Mr. Speaker, that's why I said that we shouldn't downplay it. It's a very serious matter. We should not downplay it. We shouldn't downplay it.
Yes, Honorable Nitu, you have 2 minutes more. Let me listen to leader.
Mr. Speaker, unfortunately, the former Foreign Affairs Minister, Honorable Shirley Ayokobochi, is no longer with us here. In 2023, my constituents, 9 of them, crossed over into Burkina Faso because they had kept their cattle with some Fulani herdsmen there. And the military went and rounded the cattle up. And when they announced that they should come for their cattle, and my constituents crossed over to collect their cattle, 9 of them were killed. I reported to the Minister for Foreign Affairs at that time, 2023, yes, 2020, I reported to the Minister of Foreign Affairs. The Minister of Foreign Affairs tried to reach out. She reached out to her counterpart. Up to date, we have not even been able to retrieve their bodies. So, Mr. Speaker, you cannot say that this is the first time that Ghanaians are being attacked there. Many Ghanaians have been attacked and killed in Burkina Faso. Indeed, let me tell you one thing. At a certain point, Mr. Speaker, at a certain point,
That's our leader. Why?
I border. My constituency shares a border with Burkina Faso. And so I'm telling you from personal knowledge. Let me tell you how it started. Let me tell you how it started. When the terrorists started their fights, because we introduced free medical care through the NHIA system, a lot of Burkinabés, listen, Mr. Speaker, a lot of Burkinabés cross over to our side of the border and then get our national ID card, and then they use our national ID card to register NHIA. National Health Insurance Authority. So that anytime they are sick, they will cross over and attend our hospitals. What happened? When the conflict started, anytime that the terrorists killed some young people, very often when they searched their pockets, they found a Ghana ID card number. Ghana ID card. So they began to think that Ghanaians were crossing over to come and join the terrorists or join the government against the terrorists. That was when they started attacking Ghanaians. I share a border with Burkina Faso. Whatever happens there, I get to know. So you can't say this is the first time that Ghanaians have been killed.
Honorable Nitiwood, you still have your 2 minutes intact. It's now 6:24. You stop at 6:26.
Mr. Speaker,
Yes.
is it not sad that the majority that will inform Ghanaians that 9 of his people were killed by Burkinabe military? He never made a statement in this house. That's what you are saying. And you are here singing Palugu. Your people are here singing Palugu. You don't make a statement in this house about it. Mr. Speaker, it's very, very sad. Mr. Speaker, I say that the reason why they are targeting Ghanaians is exactly what the Minister, Honorable Abu Jinapor said. The perception that we are aligning with the Burkinabe authority is making us enemies of the people, the terrorists. And in other case, the 9 people that were killed by Burkinabe military, as he said, not the terrorists. So it was not a terrorist attack. And you are singing Palugu here. Your people died. And we're talking about it. You are singing Palugu. Look for the 900 million and Mr. Speaker, secondly, why is the foreign minister now issuing trouble adversaries instead of before? 3, why is the defense minister? Why is the defense minister not on the flight to Burkina? Why is the defense minister of Ghana not on the flight to Burkina? Unfortunately, it's not the duty of the interior minister. That's not his duty. His duty ends at Paka Bogda. It's the minister for defense. The soldiers in Burkina are fighting terrorism. So where is your minister for defense? Why is he not on the flight to Burkina? And you are here singing Palugu.
Honorable Nitiwuri, your time is up. Yes,
Mr.
James
Speaker,
Agaga, you have the floor. It's now 18:26.
Mr. Speaker, it is sad to hear my brother, the Honorable Abu Jinapo, state in his contribution to this particular statement that they introduced the Accra Initiative to fight terrorism. Mr. Speaker, the facts are very clear. Accra Initiative was birthed by them, but by December 2022, they had completely destroyed the Accra Initiative. When President Akufo-Addo set foot in Washington and reported to Anthony Blinken, he snitched on the Burkina base when he told Anthony Blinken, the then Secretary of State of the United States, that Burkina Faso had brought terrorists, had brought the Wagner forces to help them fight terrorism. That was the day Burkina Faso withdrew from the Accra Initiative. Mr. Speaker, that was the day Burkina Faso refused to collaborate with Ghana in terms of intelligence sharing to deal with terrorism. Mr. Speaker, when President Mahama became president, he decided that there was need for us to have continuous collaboration with the Burkina base, and that is why he immediately appointed a special envoy in the person of Colonel Bevlo Lati to continue to liaise with the Burkina base, the Malians and the Nigerians in our quest to fight terrorism. And so I am very disappointed that today our colleagues on the other side are saying that the reason why Ghanaians were killed in Burkina Faso is because we glorified a head of state, Ibrahim Traore, in our country, and that is why Ghanaians are being attacked. That is the most irresponsible statement that has come from this side of the House. Mr. Speaker, why is Ibrahim Traore not a head of state?
You have spoken for only 2 minutes. Yes, Minority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, Honorable James Agaga, Honorable James Agaga is a respected member of this House. He cannot, Mr. Speaker, he cannot, in commenting on an important matter like this, tell this House that the former president of this country snitched on another country. Very unacceptable. This should not be coming from you. Don't use that language in this House. It's unparliamentary. Mr. Speaker, he cannot substantiate this. You cannot use this privilege to use words unbecoming of a member of parliament against the former president. If this is said about President Mahama, you won't be happy. I won't accept you using this against President Akufo-Addo. Mr. Speaker, members of parliament must rely on facts in the argument. How can you say a president of your country, a country you love, met a U.S. diplomat and snitched on another country? Mr. Speaker, a And we seem to be accepting this, Mr. Speaker. Honorable Agaga should know better, and I know he knows better. There is no fact supporting that claim. And I plead, Mr. Speaker, that you order those statements that President Akufo-Addo snitched on Burkina Faso to be, Mr. Speaker, should be expunged from the record. Mr. Speaker, I have said before, and I'm repeating for the umpteenth time, that the NDC members in this chamber are opening the Pandora box. You are in government. Respectfully, colleagues, let's get serious. Respectfully, don't. This is the second attempt. The first attempt attacking Dr. Bawumia. Now it's your turn. You're attacking Akufo-Addo. Don't let it be that when members start using unbecoming language, you will now call the speaker to caution. Stop it. Let's have a free flow debate. Let's discuss the issues. It is a sad situation. People have died, families are grieving, and we as members of parliament are trivializing it and thinking that it is something to play politics with. Please, Mr. Speaker, I will conclude by humbly urging you, in the first instance on Honorable Atamils, he did not withdraw the unbecoming comments against Dr. Bawumia. You only asked him to move away from there. Now, he is also repeating. I would plead, Mr. Speaker, I would plead for the sake of tomorrow that you ask him to withdraw. He should withdraw.
Honorable member, you've heard the minority leader.
Mr. Speaker, I am surprised that the minority leader is speaking this way. He should have set his mind to the meaning of the word that you snitch. I know he's somebody who loves English literature. I'm surprised at him today, Mr. Speaker. Snitch simply means to inform, an informant. It's so clear. It's so clear. It's so clear. It's so clear. Mr. Speaker, with the greatest respect. With the greatest respect. Mr. Speaker.
Honorable James Agaga, do the needful. Honorable James Agaga, Honorable James Agaga, do the needful. Let me give you the rest of your time to continue. Please do the needful.
Oh, Mr. Speaker, to say somebody informed.
Please do the needful.
Anyway, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Majority Leader, with all due respect. Honorable Majority Leader, Honorable Majority Leader, with all due respect.
Mr. Speaker, just a moment. Mr. Speaker, just a moment, Mr. Speaker. Just a moment, Mr. Speaker. No, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members, I think you can see that today I am in a mood to listen to everybody, but I will be firm. So, Honorable James Agaga, do the needful.
Very well. Mr. Speaker, I will withdraw the word snitch and substitute say with inform, which is synonymous. It is synonymous.
Honorable Minority Leader. Honorable Minority Leader. Honorable Minority Leader, I have ordered him to withdraw. He has withdrawn. I will ask that the word informant should also be expunged from the record. But to use the word informed, I do not think that is unparliamentary.
Very well.
But snitch, informant is unparliamentary. So they are withdrawn. Yes, you have 3 more minutes.
Very well. And so, Mr.
And it's
Speaker,
now 6:35.
the point I'm making is that the Accra initiative died a natural death when President Akufo-Addo informed the United States Secretary of State that Burkina Faso had hired the Wagner forces to help it fight terrorism. Mr. Speaker, what was the response of Burkina Faso? Burkina Faso immediately recalled its ambassador here in Accra because of that comment. In fact, the president of Ghana at the time caused a diplomatic row between us and Burkina Faso. That is how collaboration between Ghana and Burkina Faso came to a complete halt. Mr. Speaker, when President Mahama assumed the reins of governance in this country, realizing the need for us to continue to have a link in our quest to fight terrorism, he appointed a special envoy who continued to work closely with the Burkinabés and the Malians to ensure that our national security apparatus was on top of intelligence and had the ability to help us fight terrorism. And so I am surprised that my brother Abu Jinapo and Honorable Dominic Nituwul are making the case that the reason why Ghanaians have been attacked is because we are not on top of intelligence. No, we are on top of intelligence. What they need to understand is that terrorism is constantly evolving. It is constantly evolving. And so what happened in Burkina Faso is a case study. Let us ask ourselves, why are the Burkinabés now attacking Ghanaians? It is because they believe, the terrorists believe that if they allow Ghana and Burkina Faso to forge the kind of partnership the two presidents and of course the other leaders of the Alliance for Sahelian States are trying to forge, they will be weaker. That is the reason. Any security analyst should advert his mind to these facts. And so they would want to attack Ghanaians so that Ghanaians will begin to speak like the way the former Minister of Defense has spoken. And I am very disappointed. So we would continue to collaborate with the Burkinabés. Ibrahim Traore, the president of Burkina Faso, is the head of state of a sovereign nation. You cannot say that our president, who is also the head of state, should not have dealings with another head of state. I mean, where is this coming from? Where is this coming from? That is the impression you created. You have been reported on City News. City News reported you that one of the reasons you ascribe for the attacks on Ghanaians is because we have glorified Ibrahim Traore in this country. That statement is regrettable, and I am disappointed. Mr. Speaker, I want to make the point that Ghana and Burkina Faso are brotherly nations. We are brotherly nations and must continue to work together. We have not glorified any coup maker. Ibrahim Traore is the president of Burkina Faso and deserves to have relations with this country. And we shall continue to collaborate with them in our fight against terrorism. Thank you very much.